Good morning, everyone. Jeff Jinks here, and with me is Tim Hawkins, our Government Relations Director, helping me update you on the progress and the historic events that have happened on House Bill 1347. I first of all want to just give a lot of thanks. This is a historic moment for investors to have their voice heard for the first time in a unified way in the State House. Second of all, I want to thank Woody Burton for being the lead representative on this. He's done a great job. Also, going even back further, I want to give a shout out to Marcia Isbell down in Johnson County, because she's the one who really started bringing this issue to everyone's awareness and got it out in the community of investors of what was happening, and really did a fantastic job supporting the initial fight. And then finally, all of you who came to the State House and supported the bill, either at the committee meetings, there was lots of support, and physical people in the room makes a big difference. So it's not just, hey, I wrote my senator, I wrote my representative, but actually coming to the State House, being there, standing up and letting them see you as, the regular people that are investors, putting your hard-earned dollars at work in the state and paying taxes. That makes a big impact on all the legislators, and is a reason that we had such a big success with bipartisan support. So I want to turn it over to Tim now and give you some of the nuts and bolts of what exactly happened with the bill, what the amendments were, and a couple of the questions that we've had from investors coming through. So Tim, take it away. It's your show.
Thank you, Jeff. I wanted to break down the three amendments that were passed and incorporated into House Bill 1347 in plain, normal human language, as Chuck Wright likes to say. The first amendment, so there were 6 amendments total. 3 did not pass, 3 did. Amendments 1, 3, and 6. The first being essentially a carve-out for the big boys, the IPLs, Duke Energies, and such of the world that are already under the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission jurisdiction. They just wanted to be officially carved out so that there was no confusion there whatsoever.
And Tim, just to
Yeah.
make a point on that, they are carved out not because they're special, but because they're already complying with the kind of things that are in the bill that we're trying to, prevent abuses towards landlords. Is that right?
Right. That's the whole big thing, right? Is that we wouldn't have had to do any of this or pass any laws or what have you if these smaller utilities were under the IURC jurisdiction as well, to start out with. Third amendment, or amendment number 3 rather, is basically it just cleans up some language saying that the utility can put the account in both the owner and the tenant's names, that it doesn't have to be just the tenant's names. So it just cleans that up a little bit in case there's some small towns where they like to do both, so it doesn't restrict that it can only be in the tenant's, but it certainly still, obviously the point of the bill, the biggest thing, not only in the owner's name. And finally, amendment number 6 basically deleted a lot of the language. The bankers wanted to get some super lien, priority lien language in there, and it just wasn't sort of the time or the place for this particular bill, and they're going to do their own thing, but it doesn't really affect property owners as far as we're concerned.
Okay, excellent. So we did have a couple questions about water bills and that kind of a thing. Is water treated differently, or where is that just a misunderstanding out there?
It is. There's been a lot of misunderstandings about this bill, unfortunately, both in the House and the Senate, and also in the public. It's much simpler than a lot of people are making it out to be. This bill, it covers everything. Obviously, we know most, if not all, of the municipal utilities deal with water and sewer. So clearly, we're going to have those covered as being the spirit of the bill.
Excellent. So bottom line, end of the day, tenants are liable for their own utility bills that they incur while they're the tenant. And if they abscond or default or whatever, the utility is going to come after them, not the landlord, for the unpaid amounts. Is that right?
That's right.
And then it's up to the local utilities to figure out what's the best way to do their own collection efforts, and what deposits they need and that kind of a thing.
They have to run their own business like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much. Tim was down at the State House constantly on this bill, talking to people and seeing the votes and whatnot. So we really appreciate what he's done for it, and we hope to see you doing a lot more.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.